Good morning. It is a beautiful, clear, crisp fall day. I'm Bill Poett. I'd like to welcome you to the Warrior Heart Project's basic training. Today we're going to be giving you an overview of the 6-step elemental empowerment process. And we're going to be covering step 1. This is the most exciting shift in personal empowerment I've seen in the last 30 years. And the real shift is it's about getting back to basics. It's about getting back to nature and looking for the universal truths that are operating in the world around us, that are operating within us. And these truths are how we go about manifesting and creating a more beautiful, joy-filled life. They've been taught for thousands of years in ancient Greece. They were taught throughout India, Asia, China, and it's time to bring them back into our lives and back into our conversation. The elements are the void or ether. They are earth, water, fire, wind, and then a return to the void. This 6-step elemental empowerment process, once understood, is so simple and so powerful and so rich. And so over the course of the next days, weeks, months, and years, we're going to be training in it and we're going to be mastering it. One of the shifts that I really want you to embrace is this is a training process. And just like physical exercise, just like education, you have to stay active at it. You have to stay current. The Warrior Heart Project isn't something you have done to you. It's really something you immerse yourself in. You immerse yourself in, and you want to master it. You want to perfect it. But what's most exciting is, like any path or journey, your first step and your first day on the adventure brings joy and brings more empowerment, more light. And that's really the key, because ultimately in this life there's no destination. It's, can I enjoy each day? Can I love a little bit more? Can I give a little bit more? Can I connect a little bit more to the source and to the people around me? So the 6 steps are this. In the void, we learn to connect with our birthright, our inherent worth and power. We connect with our soul purpose. Step 2, in the earth element, we ground and we base and we declare and we define what our mission is, our purpose is. We become the authorities of our life, and we self-define. We write the story of us, and I want it to be a beautiful story, and it has to be your story. Step 3, in the water realm, water represents the intellect, and it's clear, and it's honest and true, and it's non-biased. And so we look to the things we need to learn, to the skills we need to access, and to the strengths I need to develop physically, mentally, and emotionally so I can manifest my soul purpose. Step 4 is the fire realm. In the fire realm, I really connect with my heart. I know you've suffered heartaches. I know you've suffered damage, and a lot of people, their hearts close off and their hearts shrink, and we have to learn how to heal, and we have to learn how to re-engage, because if you are not actively in it 100%, if you aren't all in, then you are setting yourself up for more failure and more pain. So in the fire realm, we look to, are we loving the life we're living, and are we all in? Are we fully engaged? Step 5 is the wind element, and the wind element is movement, and it's taking massive, intelligent, enjoyable action, and that's really key. If I don't love what I'm doing, and if I don't love who I'm spending my life and time with, then I really need to reevaluate my life, and I need to really reconnect and redesign and engineer my plan. And that really takes me back to step 6. Step 6 is we return to the void, we return to the source, and I look at my life to date, and am I enjoying and am I in love with how I'm living and how I'm spending my breath in each day, because we have a very limited lifespan, and we weren't put here to suffer. We weren't put here to be small and insignificant. So in today's training, my focus is going to be on step 1, and that's in the void, and it is understanding and embracing and accepting your unique magnificence. And I know that isn't probably a term you've heard a lot of, but the bottom line is this. From your perspective in the universe, Everything emanates out from you infinitely. You are, from your first breath until your last, you're the center. And every teacher and every book and every beautiful sunrise and sunset and vista have been put here for your enjoyment, for your education, and for your stewardship. It's essential that at the end of our lives, the people we touch and the things we touch are a little bit brighter and a little bit more beautiful because we've been there. That's our journey. That's our quest. When you recognize how much the universe must love you and the work that the universe had to do to bring you into existence and sustain you, you begin connecting with really what unconditional love looks like. And for us to imagine that we are somehow unworthy and for us to live small lives is tragic. And we were put here to be beautiful and to be big and to be unique. The number one regret of people dying is I didn't have the courage and I didn't have the strength to live my truth and my life authentically. So in the first step of the Warrior Heart Empowerment Cycle, you recognize you are a divine, gifted, loved, and loving child of this universe. And just like your thumbprint, you recognize that in the entire history of man, past, present, and future, there has never been anyone like you. No one that thinks, processes, loves, enjoys, and can bring to the world your unique gifts. And so we need to stop trying to be bad copies of other people. We need to embrace our inherent, unique, magnificent, and we need to start looking for our soul purpose. In this first step, what is your soul purpose? What is your ultimate expression of how you love and who you are and your identity? And a large part of our training, and this is an ongoing process, is to connect with and identify my soul purpose. What turns me on? How do I express my love and my uniqueness? And it's the first part of this process. It's the first part of this cycle. It's for me one of the most enjoyable things to wake up every morning, to breathe, to get centered and grounded and ask myself this question: why did God, why did the universe work so hard to bring me here? Provide me with all of these gifts, this nature, this knowledge, this brilliant new day. And how am I going to leave my fingerprint on today? What is my gift to the universe? And what do I get to enjoy back in this beautiful symphony and dance of elements? And so that's going to wrap today's training. I'm going to be bringing you more and more of these little 5-minute spots, and I'm going to be walking you through this 6-step empowerment cycle over and over again. Wherever you are in the world, know that you are loved. Know that you have a place and a home in the Warrior Heart Project. And I want you to engage. I want you to get involved. And be still for a moment and look around you and understand that this was gifted to you, that I'm your coach, I'm a resource, and all the people and beauty in the world are yours to enjoy. So have a fantastic day. I'm looking forward to the next time we connect. And until then, with all my heart, I want you to live and love fearlessly. Welcome to the Warrior Heart Project, and welcome home.